be the surprise factor that Heroic already not really anticipated.
Yeah, I think this is absolutely intentional from Nine. I mean, it might not be the most success they've had on Ancient, but it's definitely one they've put a lot of reps into. I mean, they've put a lot of reps into every map with the amount of tournaments that they've been grinding it out. And it's kind of crazy how Ancient has become almost like the default best of one map. We see it so much in the RMRs, and we're seeing it here as well at Rio Ancient, where we kick off this best of one between Heroic and Nine.
Nine starting on the T side, and a lot of utility out the gate early. Fast flashes utility in towards B deep, but that's not the true intention. Nine running through middle, trying to do presence in towards Donut, but Shush is here with the dual Berettas, and jabbi steps in as well. It's an absolute mowdown, and whilst Kyler is here on the flank, Heroic stands strong.
Oh, Kyler removed as well. Minio is the only one remaining, and, well, nothing in his grasp. He gets absolutely hounded, and that is a flawless pistol round for Heroic. They do not budge when Nine send that contact in towards B. It looks like an execute out the gate. Nine are trying to fake it, and they go fast towards Donut. It's a really cool pistol round, but Heroic just don't budge. They keep that double setup in towards Donut the whole time, and it collects every kill.
I think it's also just the fact the smoke was so deep. Nine are throwing that one in towards CT. It's kind of cut off rotations, put a doubt into Heroic's mind. So even the small micro on the position of the smoke, and yet Heroic still don't budge. Full eco coming out of Nine. They want to invest the weapons early into round number 3. And look at the pace that Heroic are applying to this round early on. So much control being gathered, both in mid and also out towards Shelf. It immediately restricts options for Nine. And it feels like they're just kind of forced to go in towards A, or just subject themselves in towards spawn, wait out the utility, and see if there's going to be another reaction from Heroic.
Yeah, Heroic should know that Nine would never invest into this. They didn't find a single kill in that pistol, no bump light, nothing to really give them any incentive to force. So they can play this more passive setup. Jabbi gets a bit of a lineup in mid. Kala does get one on Acadian with that Glock, but that might be all that's been able to be found here. The bomb is dropped. An MP9 in Kylar's hands, and a very difficult task ahead of him. Further damage, unlikely. stavn has the angle locked on in, and as soon as he swings, it's going to spot him out. Kylar tries to jiggle it to see if he can get a few bullets to the dome, but now there's 2 players to find. TeSeS from above gets the kill, and Heroic, a great response to the Glocks.
Yeah, really nicely done, right? It's one casualty, and there was a lot of M4s invested. So this buy now coming up against AKs is really fleshed out by Heroic.
Yeah, I really like the full M4 investment, right? Because you know that it's just going to be Glocks. So it's a really nice way to set yourself up for later.
Yeah, future-proofing. Cool stuff coming in from Heroic. Even dropping utility to enable jabbi to kind of just hold middle. We see this a lot out of Heroic. It's these gamble stacks on maps and one player given a lot of responsibility and utility, just trying to hold on to one segment of control. And whilst Cave is being preoccupied, Nine, they're just going to contact, walk out A, and no one's home.
Yeah, they're sending the execute over towards B. A smoke comes through, a flash over top, and Nine have just walked on through. And literally nobody is here. In fact, an extra rotation comes through to B, so Nine have managed to exploit this, knowing that Heroic love a CT rotate, and it has allowed them to get that bomb down, and there's still 2 Nine players over towards B that can be a disrupting force into the back lines. Look at K's position here. He's going to come up from behind. stavn is definitely aware of it, though. They're not taking any chances, and he's able to find that kill. K removed. A second flank comes through in Goofy, but he has to reveal himself.
Yeah, this is where the retake gets tricky for Heroic, because the starting positions for Nine are so far forward. Despite that, trades are back and forth in an instant. Hades gets knocked down off his perch on the boost, and Goofy nearly lines up a couple. Low HP for Heroic, and Shush, he's just sticking the bomb. Goofy swaps to the Glock, and somehow, some way, Nine recover the round. Heroic denied of the defuse.
What a 4K from Goofy, but particularly those final 2 kills. It looks like that defuse is going to come through. The spam doesn't connect. There's, half a second left, and the Glock comes out. He just sprays it wildly and manages to connect the shot. I really want to see that one back, because that felt like an absolute steal from Goofy at the end. You can see him line these ones up. Knows it. Can't throw that Molotov down. Goes for the spam here. It doesn't connect. That's the shot. That's the shot that denies the defuse.
That's crazy. Now Hades can post up, early boost, find success. TeSeS has to watch on from the spectators bench in round number 4. And he was one of those players that was peeking just for information. At least jabbi has got an M4, rotated over, stavn as well with a rifle. 3 players locked up at B, and finally, this is where 9 look to establish some control, or do they? Again, it's more misdirection.
With this really forward presence into Cave, you're kind of tempted to go towards B, right? Like, it's so much presence, and Cadian's just pushed through the smoke. Actually gets a kill for free there, so he'll take that one. Trade does come on through. And stavn steps into his footsteps, goes in towards Cave, gets all the information. That's allowed jabbi to rotate over as well. He's still got Shush boosted up, so even though, oh, he's actually going to come on through, activates, gets himself an AK and gets the information. They now know it's just Donut. jabbi sets himself up for a headshot angle here as they come on through, but can't quite connect. Has to fall on back. That bomb being planted now, bit of defense coming through from Goofy. They know that Shush is tucked on in, and in the 3 versus 3, Heroic have a chance here.
They are disjointed, though, and I like this from 9. They're flashing themselves forward, trying to take space out towards CT, and that alleviates pressure. Hades dealing with stavn. It's just jabbi left, and that first engagement comes at half the cost of his health. Jumping forward, knows where 2 of these players remain. But time not on his side. Defuse kit not in play. Instead, scoops the AK, gets out of dodge.
Yeah, his retreat's heard as well. But he should be able to get away. Kyla won't be able to get close enough, although he's kind of stuck around here and could be under threat. Kyla's not going to overextend, got himself an M4, so doesn't want to throw that one away because it was a pretty close round for 9, but they do manage to break Heroic off that force. And now Heroic are in a tough situation. They've got this AK brought on over, but kind of feels like you just have to wear this one and see if jabbi can get something done with the hero AK.
Yeah, it feels similar to the previous because Heroic were operating on a very limited investment where it's just a couple of rifles. This time it gets just a little bit worse. And now these are the proving grounds for 9. These are the rounds in which you don't want to kind of fall victim to any chaos that Heroic might throw your way. Needs to be a stabilization, needs to be a comfortable one to not only inspire belief, but just get you on the right track, especially in a best of 1.
Yeah, Heroic are very active on these sort of rounds. You'll see them take space so that they can make intelligent decisions about where they want to put their stacks in place. And, well, Rio gets to tap on the head of jabbi, and they have that AK locked on through, which is very unfortunate for Heroic. That was kind of the key piece to really get anything done in this round. It's removed. That should be easy sailing for the Polish squad. Just these 2 players sitting in towards Red House. So 3-2 start for 9, looking pretty nice on this T side. Rio needs to be careful here, and in fact, he needs to be really careful. Oh, Cadian, it felt like he had that knife ready. Minio turns around at the last second and denies, but I like the attempt.
Oh, yeah, TeSeS can't even finish the meal either. Solid stuff from 9. That's flawless. And that's actually them taking the lead. Heroic can now reinvest back in. Cadian, a difficult decision to make. Do you want to go for M4 and armor, or do you just want to go for the glass cannon, NT on the knife? That would have made the decision a lot easier.
Well, they used their first tactical to decide this because it's also not the best money for like stavn either. And TeSeS both in the same position. So there will be some compromises on the buy if they do decide to fully invest. See what they come out with. And indeed, Cadian has gone for the AWP without armor. So it is the glass cannon in play, which means we will see the rest of the team invest around that, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure. And now the conversation piece is, does Cadian want to get aggressive on this peak? Does he want to try and find the opener to then fall back so Heroic can then rely on their crossfires later on? Or are they just going to allow 9 to have some sort of semblance of map control? We've seen heavy prioritization coming out of the CT side, fighting in towards middle. This time it's just utility that they lead with. stavn gets spotted on the shoulder peak, but at least it's only the shoulder presented, so he's able to fall back quite comfortably.
Good ground being taken though from 9. Now, they are going to send out the execute utility towards A, and the bomb is here, so it does feel like they are committing. A bit of a split coming through mid as well. 2 players in towards Donut. Yabbi's not quite looking this way, decides to adjust over, and it's a fast, snappy shot for Minio. That's going to set them up. Shush gets 1 on the defense, and Cadian, a crucial kill onto Hades. Even though he's smoked off, it puts it into the 3-on-3 and makes it doable for the CTs.
Look at K. So close to this smoke, even drops another, but Cadian's found Goofy in the meantime. Everyone rotating through, and that gives stavn a little bit of a safer passage to come through the smoke. Now Minio, vision obscured, needs to try and lock in this after plant, but over the top, identifies the position for Heroic, and now they can start to converge, swarm on towards the bomb, and stavn doesn't even need his teammates' help.
Yeah, you can understand Minio's decision-making there. Just wants to go for the pre-fire spray, try and catch one of these players out as they cross, or try and fight him. Very unfavorable situation for him to be in with that smoke going down on the bomb, but that's a great retake from Heroic. Cadian gets a really crucial kill because they lost both players here. Hades peeking just before that smoke blooms, and Cadian just finds this gap as well. Well-timed on the peaks. Heroic with a very good defuse to get back into the game.
But we are seeing Nine's fundamentals and the understanding of the game. With that A split coming in, the Donut players take first contact to allow Heroic to reshuffle in the open. So then when the A main players fan out, swing wide, there's so many different options for Nine to be able to get the kill and even follow up with a second.
Just a different look from Nine this time around. Hades gets the opener onto Cadian, who was playing passive from deep towards CT on the B bomb site, and Hades just peeks on through, finds that one. Jabbi responds in kind in towards mid. Minio caught out in the open as he gets flushed out by the flames towards that box. So good response, keeps it in even steading. And you know Heroic aren't ones to rest after finding themselves in this sort of position. They can start to take ground in towards mid. The other 2 pieces staying budged on B and A.
Well played. TeSeS and Jabbi nearly with kills, but look at the response. Nine actually crunch on the position themselves, find themselves in a favorable scenario. 3 versus 2, 45 seconds left. A bomb site completely vacant, but Heroic want to hedge their bets towards B.
Yes, this is where Nine just need to send in Kylo with low HP towards A. Worst case, he goes down and you know that there's only 1 player on the B bomb site. But the best case, which is what we're living in, he's going to find this for free. Low HP anyway, so using him as a scouting tool is the perfect use case. He's not going to spot anyone. Nine actually don't have time to go back, though. The mid's just too clear. Okay, he's going to be on the flank, though. It's still a powerful position, but time, such a concern now for Nine. Stavn, he gets forward so that he's not revealed from behind. And even going to spot out that flank. A good hit through the bomb plant denied. And this one is Heroic's round. Hades would love to do some more, but his chances are limited. Brought down low, and he might not even survive the round. And no scope to ensure his survival at the very least.
Yeah, now a tactical timeout being called. Norrock can jump on the microphone. That was exactly the correct play that Nine made. And he described it perfectly, but the issue and the fundamental principle of it was they didn't have enough time to get through. And where they crunched on towards middle initially, where they vacated the space and was looking more in towards cave, more in towards B ramp, they didn't know whether Heroic added another layer of security in towards middle. And that's always the danger, because it's so unknown. You have to go with the map control you've already established, and therefore it's just a foot race with limited time left towards B. Heroic, they guessed correctly, and that earns them the round.
Hades the impact player regardless, with that double kill he did find, although the last one was just to stay alive. And he has actually held on to that AWP, so obviously no income around it. And the rest of the team opting to keep their money the same. Lost bonus not there for the squad, so really Hades is the only one that can get much done in this round. At the moment, his vision is obscured. They might try and boost him over, but nobody is in mid at the moment. Heroic taking a lot of space for free. Lane is completely theirs. They can just smoke this off for days. Nine are forced to look elsewhere.
They have a little bit of a gander in towards middle. Hades posting, positioning in towards red, not finding anything. Jabbi, closest point of contact in towards donut, and stavn actually does rotate over. Hades, can he find Jabbi? That's now the next cause for concern. Flashbang baits out the shot. Heroic, they can just remain rooted. They don't need to switch their setup, and stavn through the smoke deals with Minio.
Yeah, I can just spam that one on through, and he's still a presence here, although they do look to put a bit of pressure onto him. This reposition's great, though. He's going to be set up to collect 2, might even get the 4th kill for him in the round. stavn doing everything in mid. That AWP negated. Goofy's position known, and, well, maybe a chance for a stavn ace. He's definitely looking for it, but TeSeS steals it at the very tail end. But, hey, it's with the MP9, so you cannot blame him.
Yeah, for sure. And the main focus for Heroic is always the round. It doesn't matter too much about the ace, but this reposition is everything. I also like the layering of Heroic's approach in that round towards middle. It's the fact that they throw the flashbang over, but don't swing off the back of it. It's purely for information, and they get exactly what they need. It affirms stavn's position to be over towards red. And from there, he can just dictate the play with Jabbi. 9, force in. Only a deagle for Hades, so it's the pocket AWP rather than the premium. And TeSeS can just smoke off cave, no access granted for free.
Yes, stavn's here with that AWP he recovered off Hades, and he's going to reposition as the utility comes on through, but there's a gap here. Goes for the shot, but misses it, as does the second. Everyone's falling now for Heroic as it's a split onto the site. Hades gets that deagle singing. And Shush and Katie, I mean, they can't even give this round a look in. They're nowhere to be found. A perfect site take from 9.
And we've seen this a couple of rounds now from 9. In the opening stages of this first half, they're leading a lot more with contact, and they're pushing the issue. They're never telegraphing their true intentions over towards a bomb site. And Heroic are getting caught off guard by this. You can see that stavn was not ready for a player to be so close to swing on short. And everything is done by design. 9 double swing. They then have the cave alert coming in because players are distracted with the bomb site hold. And it is all very intentional. And Cadian, best he can do is deny Hades an opportunity to save that weapon. He's even pushing further forward, wants to ensure that the sniper can't be pulled over.
Well, a rare little fumble from stavn, not able to connect either of those kills. Means that Heroic's side hold falls short, and 9 continue to keep this game competitive. At least for Heroic, saving those weapons over sets them up for a decent little haul in this round. See what the play is for 9 this time around. Heroic taking a lot of aggression in mid, getting this MP9 up close. Utility coming on through. Minio wants to fight it, and Jabbi is flashed back on through. Both teams wanting to take this ground, but the smoke is going to slow down 9 for now.
It looks like shadow boxing at times. Just so patient, boost perfect for Kyler. And Jabbi just snaps at the ankles. Not quite converting anything. stavn has to remain aware because 9 now look to compromise his position. It is a slight off angle, but the escape path in is quite dangerous because he's so alone.
Yeah, it's no surprise to see Heroic go for a bit of a stack over towards B in this sort of circumstance. stavn has found 1 kill just through spamming, and a lot of damage being done back in response. Jabbi with the AWP. Would you believe it? He's making it work with that kill. That's immediately forced 9 out of the site. Repositioning now. Going to be making their way through Donut, and Shush is playing quite passive just due to that stack that was in play towards B. Going to reposition now, though, and Heroic, well, they've felt no contact over towards B, and Jabbi's holding ramp with the AWP. Shush in a prime position now to collect K as he comes on through, such low HP on him. Trade has to be good for 9, and TeSeS comes on over as well. A really nice setup here for Heroic. The bomb does make it through, courtesy of a boost, actually. That's really cool. They boost up Goofy to get that one down, but it's still not a nice, comfortable position in this retake. That angle's nice from K, but doesn't set him up. Shush able to adjust and find the kill. A lot of damage done, but the kill's coming on through. Another. Oh, but Kyler catches up TeSeS. Still doable here in a swing and a miss. Down now in the 1 versus 1. Kyler so low in towards the donut, and there is a kit in play too. In fact, he's able to collect it. Lots of utility that he's on the road for. Flames can be pushed on forward, and that's going to land straight on Kylar. Such little HP. He's forced out in the open and around towards where stavn is holding. Perfectly handled in the 1v1 and should have just enough time for the defuse.
Yeah, huge retake coming in from stavn. The fact he's aware that the player is locked in at Donut. Tyler can't really move. It's planted for him. He kind of just waiting for these audio cues. So stavn takes his time. He picks up the kit. He picks up the incendiary. Makes sure he can take every single advantage in his favor. And then the placement completely disrupts the positioning. And from there, Kyler is forced into a position where he has to swing wide. It's very limited time. It's right down to the wire. But Heroic, they do manage to get a 6th round on the board.
Yeah, and stavn recovering from the missed orb shots from the round prior is able to find a huge amount of impact here. That's that spam kill, and he almost gets a second there as well. You can see the jumping crosshair because that was almost a kill. Shush really well handled as well in this position, able to find K and then does a lot of damage onto the follow-up. Incredible that Goofy's able to fight his way out of there with such little HP. It sets up stavn for a comfortable 1 versus 2 against low HP players.
Yeah, it was stavn that did everything in that round because he reaggressed in towards cave and actually started the information gathering that allowed Heroic to rotate 2 players on A initially. Really nice stuff. Spam, again, fall in favor to that CT side. Knowing all their angles, protractors fully out on the table for the CT side. And 9 now want to yet again go for a contact push. This time, however, you might have a fly in the ointment. Jabbi needs to be cleared behind this single box, but it's quite difficult, especially when you're not leading with utility.
There's lack of utility on both sides. In fact, they're just going to contact play in here. Jabbi has just tucked all these players getting boosted up. A triple boost. That's quite a setup from 9. Rare to see 3 players in this position. Jabbi jumps on up and he spots all 3. The first kill comes on through, but he runs out of bullets, can't connect the spray. Goofy finds Shush as well as he swings on through, but TeSeS, a well-timed push, drops the bomb. Both these players so low on towards the site. K's the only one with full HP, and he's on a very late flank. Minio trying to get something back here, but it's all eyes on K in the backlines. He has to deliver. Minio is about to go down surely, overwhelmed by the numbers. And here's K. Gets his first frag in the game. Has to find 2 more for the round, though. Smoke to land at his face, forces the issue, and TeSeS is ready.
Yeah, Heroic even aware of that, where there wasn't a push coming in, a response from 9 on towards those site players. Enough time had elapsed that the doubt started to creep into Heroic's mind. They're aware that actually potentially they could be waiting for the flank. And for Jabbi, I don't think he was aware of the sheer quantity of players that was on the boost. Gets really caught off guard by it, but the quality to even find 1 just enables Heroic to close the distance, and they're able to get in and retake the bomb site before the bomb's even planted.
Heroic with some breathing room now because 9, well, they don't have a lot into this round. Armor on a few players with Tech 9s. Deagles on the players without armor. Ideally, how you want to do it, Tech 9s can get up close and personal. That might just be the play. They're taking control in towards Jaguar. stavn is just jiggling this with the smoke so he can deploy that one to keep them at bay. Ooh, that's a cool boost coming through. How's Jabbi spotted it? I think the bullets flying through have definitely hinted at something here for him. Now Jabbi gonna get the information. Cadian under a lot of pressure, but Shush is here with the MP9 to support, although getting a little bit dicey here. Hades has found 2 with that Desert Eagle and has even netted himself the AWP. This one is very scary for Heroic. That bomb gets tapped, trying to force a fight through. Hades goes for the flick. Kylar's found 1. It's all on the TeSeS. Hades creeps around the corner, and with him removed, TeSeS can come on through.
Yeah, really well played yet again by Heroic. 9, they fight back. They get themselves out of the corner, battle through middle. But when it comes right down to the wire, it comes into the 1 versus 2. TeSeS is allowed to take full advantage of 1 versus 1s. And is able just to position his body around the sight boxes to perfection. And Heroic, they will take 8. They win out the first half already, but that was a lot of damage done with very minimal investment. 9 now have all of the weapons at their disposal, and Shush has got aggressive in towards A. Cadian can even take first contact.
Yes, it's a really nice setup. Shush is able to find that first kill, and all he has to do is focus on this one angle. In fact, he's going to slowly reposition, starts to fall on back, a misleading dink as he gets away, as it comes through the wall. And the whole time, Cadian has been here, hoping for a swing to come on as they try to hunt down Shush, but isn't going to be coming through just yet. Utility over the top, and Cadian is forced on back. That smoke and molly combo is perfect to deal with him. You've lost a teammate. Can't really pressure this any further. Niner doing the same over towards B. Just trying to find any way to get back into this round. That's a really nice bit of spam from stavn. Goofy, he's limping as he's forced on back.
Yeah, Heroica are really reading the game well at the moment. Because as we've discussed, the contact plays are normally the slight commitment for 9. Instead, when they do throw utility, they actually normally go the other way. But this could be a difference, because with 35 seconds left, the bomb is now making its way out towards A. 9 need to take contact on B in the next couple of seconds to ensure that Heroic's attention's diverted.
Well, there's the smoke, and it's a bit of a fake-out execute. As mentioned, flashbang comes over. That's not quite going to connect on stavn. A little bit damage done, but Goofy falls, and Cadian hasn't budged, misses his shot, edges on forward, knows that bomb is now crossed, and Heroic have the full read on the situation. Shush and Donut able to find one as well. And that's made it very uncomfortable for these remaining players. And Minio, what a double kill! K found one in mid as well, but he is now stuck between two, and there just simply wasn't time. He knew he had to go for that fight, and he falls at the hands of stavn.
Yeah, you can see that 9 have got a really solid game plan. They know exactly what they want to do with this, but the extra element is then throwing players onto the bomb site to find kills. At the moment, Heroic are allowed to remain anchored in their positions. They don't sort of gamble rotate over to the other bomb site because they haven't needed to. There's no real pressure. It's only misdirection, but it's never a full commitment from one of these 9 players. And as a result, Heroic do not budge. Cadian finds the information, takes the shot, which then allows Shush to reveal himself that he was in Donut the entire time.
Well, once again, looking to split. They've got 2 players very deep in towards Red House, and they've actually found a gap that they can start to exploit. Going to be going fast as well, causing a lot of noise. You can see Heroic on the minimap immediately moving to respond to this. But this is all just a bit of a ruse to set up this hit that's going to come through Cave. stavn is going to be standing in a good position to do with both. Lovely adjustment to get that second headshot. Cadian doesn't have to now focus there. He can just look in towards Cave. The remaining 9 players set to go onto this B bomb site, but they don't have anything to get in with. Just going to charge on through, and maybe the Tech 9s are enough, but TeSeS tucked on into Cubby, at least gets a double. Hades now with a lot on his shoulders, has the bomb, just wants to try and get that plant down. Fakes it out, and Cadian is there.
Yeah, no money for 9 off the back of limited bomb plant, but it doesn't matter. It's still the end of the first half, so they can bring forward an AWP on Hades. Has been without it for a couple of rounds now, but yet he's still finding significant impact. Heroic, it just feels like they are throwing up so many hurdles, and 9 is struggling to overcome one of them, let alone 5. Feels very dangerous, and 10 rounds is a really solid start on your CT side.
Ooh, that's not a great start to the round for 9. Jabbi just holding the angles, spamming on through. Collects one. Damage done on Minio as well. And a couple of kills going back and forth, though. Kylar is able to remove stavn, but not before he deals with Minio. Now the AWP getting a little bit interested in mid. Cadian edges on through, but Kylar's fallen on back. Might be about to re-aggress, though, as the AWP comes on through. A nice shot from Cadian. He was mid-movement, but it doesn't seem to matter. Now they're forced onto this side. TeSeS gets the first. Goofy now, 1 versus 4. No hope here. TeSeS swings on out, and it's an 11-round half for Heroic.
Yeah, really nicely done by Heroic. It was the dynamic CT side in the mid-round that was really spoiling the plans of 9. But now they swap over to the defense. Can they come up with a response, or will Heroic just win out the best of 1 comfortably?
explosive start on the server of Ancient with a back and forth early on, but it was a string of rounds from Heroic towards the tail end that sets them up for an 11-4 half and a lot of confidence going into the T side.
Yeah, it was very dominant from Heroic, and that was after a really nice start coming in from 9. It's clear that they've been working a lot on their ideas, but the fallback plans, not always the most effective. This time, though, it's aggression in towards middle. Kylar takes point, and Cadian, though, deals with both. That's Donut opened up, and suddenly the A bomb site's under a lot of pressure. Hades needs to try and hold on. That Molly, though, that's a little bit of a flub, and it means that he can just wait just for the repositions and the rotations to come on in.
Yeah, everyone's rotated over now, and a smoke actually goes towards main, so suddenly Nine are feeling like they can maybe fight their way back into this, but Heroic have paused. Not going to try and force the issue. Hades feels like he has to get something back. Cadian looking for him, looking for his third frag as well. Hades takes a lot of damage. He has to fall back onto the site, repositioning, rotation now coming over in Minio. Heroic have a lot to work with here. stavn's found himself a set of dual Berettas. Goofy has his ready as they come around the corner. He's going to sling on through, gets one, but has to come up big here, and he's done just that. 3 massive kills with the dual Berettas. Put it back into a good position. He just needs that last one, and he nails it.
Yeah, what a huge response from Goofy. The fact the bomb makes its way through Red House, but he still has so much work to do. Finds the player tucked in towards the corner, and rather than shying away in the 1v1, rather than repositions, he stands his ground. He fights forward, and that was essential to kickstart 9's attempts on the defense.
Unbelievable from Goofy. A 5v3 flubbed by Heroic. No bomb plant either. Now it's just these pistols. Hades on the reload is going to get caught by Cadian, but able to fall back in time. Goofy comes on over, got himself an AUG off the back of that quad kill. He's found a couple of kills off the back of it. Jabbi gets one back in response, but Goofy is still here. He's doing a lot of work for this team. The bomb plant is going to go through at the very least, which is a key objective here from Heroic in this round. No further kills found. At least they get that plant.
Yeah, mission accomplished for Heroic. Making sure they prioritize getting a little bit of extra money in their pockets. 9, more importantly, only losing 1 player in amongst all of the chaos. Org recovered as well, making sure that that one just stays on over. 11 rounds played 6. Cadian, not enough for the AWP. So it's going to have to be AKs, but it's a lot of utility behind Heroic.
Happy with that bomb plant, set them up for all that util. See what their T side has to offer now that they actually get to play their game. Couple of rounds conceded, not a big deal with such a lead currently. Can get a little out of hand. Look at this position from K. He's gotten up so close, but pace from Heroic. They've found A completely open. Nobody is here because of that advanced position in mid. So they're able to get this bomb all the way through with no contestation at all.
Yeah, and they just keep on fighting all the way through. K can even not find purchase on the MP9. Shuts him down. And that has to kind of be the save. 9 have to concede this one. You've already invested so much into the previous. You've lost a couple of SMGs. That's fine, but you can't really throw the entirety of your collection of weaponry at this one. Heroic, their positions were just so far forward that 9 never really had a chance to even retake in.
Yeah, no hesitancy in that round at all. I think they might have had to read because of the deep smoke towards mid. Bit of setup utility to get K up that close, and they figure that means that A might be a little less defended. Often is. Particularly when you've got the full gun round coming through. A 3B start isn't uncommon. So Heroic able to get that one, and they don't lose a player, which is going to feel very good for them.
Nine have actually been going a little bit absent. They need K to really arrive here. It's been a very slow start for a man that is often depended upon in this 9 side. Often known for having some really incredible rounds and games. And the fact he started off slow here just doesn't help things out for 9 in its entirety. But maybe through the smoke, that's where he can find success. Heroic, they are creeping and crawling their way through middle. Look at the advanced positionings they've adopted already.
It looks like this is going to be the fight that might really determine how this round starts. Hades gets that first, and K has been baited in for that kill. Bomb out in the open. And well, Heroic might have got some space in towards Red House, but they do need to go back for the package at some point. Kyla sitting on through is able to catch out the first and even the second, doubling on up. Shush, well, not much he can do in this round at this point. He's already brought down so low. Flashbang over the top, keeping him at bay. Hades has the angle locked on through. Well, he might be given a bit of space here. There's a flank coming through as well, so his days are numbered. Any kill he can find would be nice, but it's going to be denied. Minio collects, and the CT round on the guns comes through for 9.
Yeah, and again, we're seeing staples from 9. You've got instantaneous flanks coming in to make Heroic feel really uncomfortable, and it just kind of gives that extra layer of pressure for that T side. That was really nicely done. It's a simple setup, but they're the most effective, right? Hades taking point on towards Donut, K baited in perfectly, and from there, all of the stars align. 9 find themselves flawless. K now feeling a little bit more confident, wants to fight forward in towards mid, but Cadian will deny. Kyla can only find 1 on the follow-up, so yet again, control established in middle by Heroic.
Yeah, these flashbangs from Shush were perfect as well. You can see both the CTs were blinded in their different engagements. Hades with the AWP needs to come up big, but it's just the one. That's going to allow that bomb to get planted. There is a very quick rotation, so Goofy is already coming through Temple. Smoked off currently, has support in towards mid, but that smoke is a bit weird. It's landed off the mark, and that's given him space to work with. Shush not going to be revealed behind the boxes, though, and Goofy really needs to find something to incentivize this retake. At the moment, it's not being given. Shush is just sitting, waiting for the drop to come on through. Molotov thrown on out, and the sling from Shush. Heroic bounce back immediately.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing the afterplant of Heroic develop as the round kind of ticks on down. 9, it's always their responsibility, the onus of pressure to try and retake that bomb site. And as soon as utility has been deployed, it's the instantaneous swings coming out of Heroic. Jabbi does really well just to kind of dance around the default box, controlling his angles, so he's only ever exposed to 1 at a time when he is taking the fight. Another tactical timeout now being called on in for 9. That's 3 of them used already, and probably the 4th one if Heroic take another round, because they're running out of time here. Heroic are just 3 steps away from securing the map.
Yeah, looking very convincing on this T side. Now they've started to get a few of these gun rounds under their belt. 9 tried to match Heroic's aggression in towards mid. It didn't quite work out for them. The utility, great from Heroic with those flashbangs, setting them up for each of those duels. And it is going to be the 3 lean towards B early from 9. The moment Heroic quite spreads, some utility being set up for Shush again to enable this mid presence from them. Heroic are going to be working over towards B early here, which they didn't in the previous.
This is a lot slower coming out of Heroic now. They're spamming through. They're not really fighting forward in towards middle. Instead, flashbangs go over the top. Mollies rain in on the site. And look at this result from 9. 4 players are about to push in towards mid. TeSeS is going to get an abundance of information, but he can't get past Kyla. And then where 9 hesitate, no information on the death cam either. K now steps in just underneath shelf, locks out elbow. Heroic forced to go B.
Yeah, it's only 2 players on the site. One's got an MP9 though, so they can still definitely make this one work, especially if Minio is caught looking the other way. Hades is here with the AWP. He's the only one close by. The flank is going to come through from ledge. And Hades spots out a player but can't connect the shot. Jabbi dancing without knowing about it. And K needed to win that duel. Stavn takes him down. 20th kill for him found. Kyla's here trying to connect that bomb. Yet to be planted, but they've got time to work with. Now it's going to be punched on through. This retake very difficult for 9.
Oh, good spam. Shush doesn't get dealt with though, and the flashbang, it works so well to blind Hades and allow Shush to reposition. 4 versus 2, and whilst there is unconfirmed damage, and low players. You can't really see 9 going for this unless... Well, Goofy has found Cadian, but it'll just be a denial mission of this sniper. Even pick it up and looks to bring it forward. So double AWP now being employed by 9 to try and stop Heroic's antics.
It'll be the double AWP to try and stop Matt Point in this best of 1. Well, maybe we're seeing a little bit of that storyline of Heroic being the team that doesn't get upset in these best of 1s, and 9 being the team that upsets everybody. Coming to fruition, Heroic unrelenting on this T side. 9 yet to find a solution, and they're running out of time to do so.
I really enjoyed watching the execute come in for Heroic, because once they dropped all of their smokes out towards short and long, they didn't immediately overflow in towards the bomb site. They waited, because 9's conditioning on towards Heroic has been, well, we're going to throw a flank in there. We're going to try and get in the back lines. So Shush is holding for cave. He's waiting for the player to climb up shelf. They've also lost that engagement out towards middle in the earlier portions of the round. So it's very much expected. 9, they walk into the trap, straight into Shush's guillotine, and from there, Heroic can then just take the site with numbers.
Well, Heroic throwing in a timeout there just before 9 were ready to get into this round. Shush has got the Mac 10 out. Didn't need to buy the Mac 10. Could have bought himself an AK. That's not unusual to see Heroic do this, get the MP9s out. Oh, sorry, the Mac 10's out on the T side against the MP9s of 9. Kylar's getting aggressive. Util put on forward to take space over towards A, but he's the only one there, and that is where Heroic are looking to hit. Shush is tasked with taking space with this Mac 10, trying to find a timing. The real hit's coming through A. Kylar caught in transition, goes on down. Up now from Hades, has to step up to the mark, moves on forward as the smoke blocks his vision. Timing shot does not connect, the second doesn't either. So they are able to find their pathway through to the site. But look at the back line. Look at Shush. He's coming on around. Goofy is not going to be ready for this. The Mac 10 activates a massive kill, and now they're stuck in the temple, and they're down on their knees. Shush finds another. And Hades with that orb is stuck between a rock and a hard place. TeSeS activates. Aminio with the MP9 is nowhere to be found.
It's so perfect from Heroic. It's just taking the space out towards middle. It's getting Shush up to the perfect moment where he can lurk in and find the impact. And he does exactly that. Players caught in transition, rotating off the bomb site. Heroic. It is executed flawlessly. There's no blemishes on the record. 15 rounds played 7. And very limited weaponry 9 have to bring in just to even survive in this best of 1. It's 5 MP9s.
That's a lot of MP9s. Wow, what to be working with. Not a position you'd want to be in if you are 9 here or a fan of this team. Cadian actually not going to spot out that initial player, Aminio. And, well, this is the one position where the MP9 can do a lot of work. Everyone else is going to be tricky. They've managed to get themselves to really close range spots. You can see over towards A main, one in donut, one close towards ramp. It's exactly what you want with the MP9s, and maybe you can catch someone off here. Shush is going to be coming through to Kylar shortly.
And the difficulty you got is the trade spacing over at A is not ideal for 9. They're just going for these surprise ambushes. And Heroic, you can see that they are going to be diligent. In actual fact, they're going to completely blindside this right-hand side of A main. Cadian gets caught off, but there goes the second swing. Shush, but up high is K, and he strikes for 2 kills. Even nearly finding jabbi will swap to the USP, and now stavn in a world of pain. The walls are closing in, and Goofy delivers the final blow. 9 stand tall with the SMGs.
Yeah, upgrading through those MP9s to AKs at the end. That is a beautiful round from 9 to steal away. And it came from being able to get that player so close up in towards A. Kylar might only get 1, but it completely baits in K here, who, as we mentioned, has had a bit of a quiet one. Doubles his kills in that round. Starting to get warmed up here. And 9's life in this best of 1 does continue, but it's still a very tough battle ahead.
Still aggression. It's still sticking to the game plan, but Shush has found Hades. caught with utility, juggling it out, and the smokes are already here. Instead, Kylar goes through with the flashbang. TeSeS, jabbi, fully blind, but the bullets, he completely runs out of them. Bomb site overwhelmed.
Okay, but Goofy's managed to find a way back in, denies any chance of that bomb going down. Jabbi's running away with it at the moment. Cadian is already on his way to the B bomb site, but they've left stavn here. He can still be a thorn in the side. He is isolated from his team. A lot of time to work with, and in fact, they made a lot of noise on the rotate, but they're making their way back towards A now. We've got K still here with the AK. Not spotting anyone at the moment, but isn't towards Donut, and kind of finding nobody over towards B, so they're starting to get suspicious that it was the fake out. Goofy is going to be sitting over towards CT. They can still fight their way into this one. Going to come down to the timings now on this first kill. Goofy, as he crosses, spots one, gets the long-range engagement, takes down him, and then K found stavn as well. Jabbi now in the clutch, not good for it. K steps up with another double.
Yeah, that's really nicely played from both Nine and Heroic, but Nine especially, because they are really disjointed, so they just play to their strengths. They can take long-range information, they can go for the fights if they want to, and it comes in tandem with one another. Goofy has the hardest job out towards A main, but locks in the kill, and suddenly Jabbi is forced into a really uncomfortable scenario. Just begs the question of whether stavn could have found more with his position, because he wasn't towards Temple. Could he have pushed all the way through? Could he have got into the back lines?
Well, it's a Heroic AK for Heroic. Cadian tasked with that, and it's looking like he's going to be lurking mid with it. Going to come through the back lines while the rest of the team hits onto B with the Tech 9 to flash over the top. Hades backside with the M4. Able to get one, but can't quite finish the job onto stavn. Goofy has arrived, and Minio is still in towards the cave, so it's a nice setup here. They can spray them all down. And while now it is just Cadian left, at least he is in a position that's a little bit unknown. But eventually you're going to be suspicious that somebody could be here. A nice shot. Puts it down to the 1v2. We know how good Cadian is in the clutch. A lot of time for him to work with as he makes his way back over towards, well, it looked like he was going to go up ledge, but he's going all the way around. Knows he has the clock on his side. He can try and catch them out with the reposition.
And where it all falls deathly silent here for Nine, they're so worried about this mid flank. So many smokes dropped in to try and prevent Cadian's circulation towards that side of the map, but that was never his true intention. As he starts to ascend up towards the B ramp, there's a potential to isolate this kill on towards Kylar, but he's taking a nice little jiggle in towards Cave, but that allows space. And Cadian, the flashbang, oh, he has found Kylar, but Minio swings as soon as his teammate falls. A Nine stay alive for at least one more round.
Oh, he starts to believe when he gets that first kill. And if only they've been able to find a little bit more purchase on the side. That one was delightful from Cadian. This one's a little messy, but well spaced from Nine to have that Terry kill come through immediately. They get themselves to double digits, but it's still 5 more rounds to find just for overtime. Heroic again, pressure over to B early. Boost up for Cadian with the AWP. TeSeS has found K in mid as well. Gets away. A missed shot from Cadian. That presents an opportunity now. He repositions and the flashbang forces him back. Goofy's found Jabbi. Keeping them in this round. A smoke deployed as well. Forces Heroic back.
Oh, good spam. Goofy left with a sliver, but it goes the other way. Minio eliminates stavn. 4 versus 3. And also TeSeS, he's really been reduced to basically nothing. Heroic, with limited map control, it looks like they're just going to execute in. They're going to try and overwhelm the B bomb site with volume.
Well, there's 2 players here, so enough to defend with, but you can play retake on this. You've got the player advantage. You've got the M4 to spam on through. Smoke comes on over, a flash, and oh, actually there's a gap in the smoke, and Minio exploits it. TeSeS falls. Now he can stand and look for more as well, but Shush is able to find that kill. Bomb can go down, and that AK is actually able to reposition, can get himself into cave. A powerful post plant.
Yeah, retake smokes go in though, both for cave and ramp. And Hades can just remain rooted on his position, throwing a flashbang to accommodate the rifles. There is spam potential, but Kylar actually makes use of it. Cadian trying his best through the wood paneling, but it's always going to be the defuse. And he tucks his tail between his legs, and he just tries to hold on to the sniper.
Well, Nine's starting to make a bit of a story of this. Good hold on B. Able to find these kills. A couple of missed opportunities as well for Heroic there. The initial Cadian shot going awry. Timeout comes through for Heroic. They know this one is starting to slip away despite having that map point. Had it for a few rounds now, and Nine is staying resilient. Looking confident in a lot of these rounds, and with Goofy on 26 kills, you would be.
It's interesting just watching the difference in these T rounds coming out of Heroic. It feels a little bit one-dimensional at times compared to what we were seeing from them early on and what was enabling them to get their rounds in the first place. There's a limited prioritization in towards mid now. They're not positioning players up in towards red, constantly kind of cutting the map in half and making it difficult for Nine to rotate. Instead, it's been very execute heavy, and Nine have been thriving in that environment.
Well, this one isn't a full buy from Heroic. They've just got the Hero AK out. Cadian has enough to buy into the next as well. They're going to go for a straight up A execute. Execute heavy, as mentioned. Hades is here with the AWP, the support in Donut as well. K can chime on through. A dangerous combo. Hades holding, looking to see if anything will come through. A jiggle with the deagle, and he collects. Gets the second as well as Cadian looks to trade. Hades is here in the server. Shush shuts him down. K gets one back and gets a second as well. Bomb out in the open. This round looking done. TeSeS can't find it. A triple from K, and the slight hole between the two of them is perfect.
That's absolutely huge from Hades. After he gets the second kill on towards Cadian, he actually pushes forward and goes wide. And that allows K to come in close proximity and support, swing on the immediate contact. So even though Hades loses his life, it's for the good of the cause. It's to allow Nine a route back in, and K can be activated instantly rather than giving Heroic any space to work with.
Heroic running out of ideas here. Need to find something. These executes straight to the sides aren't working out. Does look like B is their destination this time around. Cadian looking for this fight onto Minio, but the smoke is in his face as he goes to swing. One lands at the front of ramp as well. Stav's actually getting boosted over this, and he has a little bit of a one-way and gets him a kill. So one back for Heroic.
And now they look to reset in towards middle. Everyone's grouping up, moving as a unit, but Kylar takes one head off the Hydra. Down falls. And in fact, Jabbi just goes through the smoke. It's a little bit brazen, but it catches off Nine. But Hades plucks him out the sky. Now needs to find even more success up and over on the boxes, but no, not quite. K thrown into this clutch position, rotating in from middle. Can he deny the bomb?
He has to do everything here, the 1 versus 2 to keep Nine in this. This comeback has been phenomenal, but it might just end here. Gets the first kill. Not sure where the second player is. Shush over in the temple. K, he thinks it's CT, and Shush comes from behind. Heroic take the map.
Yeah, but there we are. We get to see the potential that Nine have as a roster. That was 5 rounds, 1 in a row when their backs were against the wall. They were feeling the pressure, but they were thriving under it. And it was a really nice attempt.